Hello friends, in previous video we have seen the characteristics of a power supply where we talked about voltage regulation, line regulation, internal resistance, then ripple rejection ratio, then power supply stabilization and so on. Now in this video we will be talking about the voltage regulator, that is a series voltage regulator, where previously we have already discussed that there are two types of power supplies, that is unregulated and regulated power supply. In case of regulated power supply we have linear voltage regulators and switching regulators. In switching regulators again we have two types of power supplies, that is series voltage regulator and shunt voltage regulator. We are not talking about complete supply now, we are talking about simply voltage regulator which is connected at the output of a power supply, or a voltage regulator is connected at the output of a unregulated power supply, right? So here I will be when you talk about voltage regulator, there are two types of voltage regulators, series voltage regulator and shunt voltage regulator. In series voltage regulator we have the active devices like BJT, MOSFET or op-amp which are connected in series with the input supply or in series with the load, you can say. Whereas in case of your shunt voltage regulator, the active device like BJT or MOSFET is connected in shunt with the load. So when active device is connected in shunt with the load, that is shunt voltage regulator. One active device or control element, you can say one control element which is active device is connected in series, that is series voltage regulator. So here this is the general block diagram of a series voltage regulator, where we have input supply which is output of unregulated power supply. This is the output from unregulated power supply. This is a control element which is normally an active device, maybe BJT or op-amp. Basically this is BJT in this case. So this is control element which will be BJT now, and we have load connected at the output. This control element plays the important role of regulating the output voltage. This control element is basically given a control signal which is from comparator circuit. This is comparator circuit. So comparator circuit compares two voltages. One is reference voltage which is required output, and second is sample taken from the actual output voltage. So the actual output voltage is sampled, here, and the comparator circuit compares the reference voltage which is required output and actual sample from the output, and accordingly generate a control signal which is given to the control element, and this control element controls the voltage across the load. Suppose output voltage reduces, or we can say output load changes. When output load changes, so this load current will change. When load current changes, accordingly voltage at output will change. When voltage at output changes, the sampled signal coming from this will change. Accordingly control signal will change, and with change in control signal this will again increase the load current. That is how it happens, and vice versa, right? But from block diagram it is not very much clear how it works. We will see the practical circuit. So let us start with the practical series voltage regulator based on BJT. Here we have our BJT connected in series with the load. So this is the supply coming from unregulated power supply. This is the supply coming from unregulated power supply. This is output resistance or load resistance, we can say, and this is the control circuit. Fine, this is control circuit rather. So the output voltage of this circuit V out is equal to, that is Vz minus VBE. Vz minus, why Vz minus VBE? Because Vz and output has same polarity but VB has opposite polarity. So Vz minus VB must be equal to V out. Fine. So here the VZ is constant. The Zener breakdown voltage is always a constant quantity. Now, please see carefully. The output voltage in this circuit is taken from emitter terminal of BJT. So when you take output from emitter terminal of BJT, that is essentially emitter follower configuration. So your series voltage regulator is emitter follower voltage regulator. You should remember that point. So it is emitter follower voltage regulator, and this BJT in this circuit is called series pass. What do you mean? The input voltage is passed to the output through this series connected BJT. So we call this transistor as series pass transistor. You should remember these points. Now, output voltage is difference of VZ and VBE. Now, the output voltage of series voltage regulator can vary because of two reasons, either because of change in load resistance or because of change in supply voltage, right? So there are two possibilities, either output voltage can reduce or output voltage can increase. How output voltage can be reduced? Either because of reduction in load resistance or because of reduction in supply voltage. Output voltage can increase either because of increase in load resistance or because of increase in input supply. So there are two cases. I can say case 1, your output voltage V out is reduced. And if output voltage is reduced, this is constant. So if it is reduced, this is constant. So VBE must be increased. If V out is reduced, VB must increase so that this difference is reduced, right? So when output voltage is reduced, the voltage VBE is increased. And we know the collector current of BJT is given by saturation current multiplied by VBE by VT. So if VBE is increased, so this is definite, my collector current is increased. And if collector current is increased, you can see here emitter current is equal to IC plus IB. Base current of BJT is much smaller than IC, so this is approximately equal to IC, and that is equal to what? That is load current. So my collector current is almost same as the load current, or we can say load current is almost same as collector current. Now if V out is reduced, VB is increased, collector current is increased. If collector current is increased, so my load current is increased. And if load current increases, output voltage increases. So if the output voltage which was reduced, it is again pushed up at the initial level, right? So output voltage is again increased because of the feedback mechanism, because of the controlling by this circuit. Similarly, suppose output voltage is increased. How output voltage can increase? Either by increasing load resistance or because of increase in input supply. Suppose output voltage is increased due to any reason. In that case, to maintain this, if this increases, so VB must be reduced. So VB is reduced. If VB is reduced, collector current is reduced, and if collector current is reduced, load current is reduced, and if load current is reduced, the output voltage is reduced. It means the output voltage which increased may be because of change in load resistance or input supply. Output voltage will be brought down because of this circuit, and it will be maintained at constant level. So the output voltage is maintained at constant level by this circuit, that is your voltage, series voltage regulator. So this circuit is very important. You have lot of questions in GATE exam, maybe instrumentation engineering or electronics engineering, right? Now next part of the circuit is power dissipation. The power dissipation, you please see it carefully. We have our resistance connected in series, so there is current passing through, the load current is passing through this, and your BJT is operating like a linear amplifier. So in linear amplifier, we have lot of power dissipation occurring at collector junction, because collector junction is reverse bias. So the power dissipation of this circuit, so we will be talking about power dissipation. So power dissipation in this circuit is nothing but power dissipation occurring across collector junction, which is given by voltage across the base to emitter and collector current. Here What is voltage VCE? The voltage VCE is V in minus V out. And what is collector current? The collector current is equal to, that is IE minus IB, and that is equal to what? That is beta by 1 plus beta into base into ammeter current, and we know ammeter current is same as load current, so that is beta by 1 plus beta into IL. So now my power dissipation is equal to VC is nothing but V in minus V out multiplied by collector current, which is nothing but beta by 1 plus beta into load current. This is the power dissipation. But if beta is large, in that case beta by 1 plus beta will be approximately 1. That is general assumption we carry. So in that case power dissipation will be V in minus V out multiplied by load current. So this topic is very important. You have questions in exam, numericals rather, you have numericals based on this topic in different exams. But before we proceed with the examples, there are certain points you should remember. First, in this particular circuit voltage regulation is poor. There is power dissipation across the BJT, so there is high power dissipation which limits the output voltage. So output voltage is limited. You don't have large output voltage, so output voltage is small. Third, there is no mechanism for variation in output voltage, meaning I don't have control over the output voltage. If I want to vary output voltage of the circuit, I cannot vary that. So there is no provision for variation, no provision for change in output voltage in the circuit, right? And then we have a BJT. The collector current is function of temperature. So if temperature changes, collector current changes, output voltage will change. So your voltage regulation is poor. That is affected by temperature. If temperature changes, your voltage regulation will change. And in this circuit, if beta is small, the regulation will be poor. If beta is large, regulation will be better. So you should remember this point. There are questions in exam. In series voltage regulation, in series voltage regulator, regulation can be improved by increasing the beta of BJT or by replacing BJT by Darlington pair. Why? Because it is common ammeter configuration. Not common ammeter, I'm sorry, this is ammeter follower configuration, and ammeter follower configuration is again your Darlington pair with having very large value of beta. So ammeter follower configuration and Darlington pair both are same thing, but in a Darlington pair we have two transistors in common ammeter configuration, right? So these are some of the points you should remember from examination point of view. You have lot of questions based on these points in engineering services, especially theoretical one, or you can go through the study material that is available on the portal. Now we will see the next type of voltage regulator using op-amp, but before that we will be taking examples based on series voltage regulator. So let us see the examples based on series voltage regulator using BJT. Now let us see the example based on the series voltage regulator. Here we are given a 3-terminal voltage regulator connected to a 10 ohm load resistor as shown in the figure. The input voltage is 10 volt. What is the power dissipated in the transistor? So you have to find the power dissipated in the transistor. For finding the power dissipated in the transistor, first of all I need to find the collector current of BJT and voltage between collector and ammeter, that is VCE, right? The power dissipated in the transistor is nothing but voltage VCE multiplied by collector current. Fine. So now input voltage is 10 volt and your this load resistance is how much? That is 10 ohm. Fine. So Zener voltage, you please see the Zener voltage Vz is how much? Zener voltage Vz is 6.6 volt. That is given to you. Fine. So we need to find voltage VCE and collector current. Now for finding out the collector current of BJT, first of all we should know how to proceed for finding out the output voltage. The output voltage of this circuit, output voltage is nothing but voltage across the load. So, output voltage of this circuit is equal to, that is Vz minus voltage VBE. What is voltage VB? That is voltage between base and emitter of BJT. So, this voltage plus minus Vz, that is Vz, Vz minus VBE must be the output voltage. Here Vz is 6.6 volt and voltage VB can be assumed to be 6.6 volt. So, that is your 6 volt. So, output voltage is 6 volt. If output voltage is 6 volt, then voltage VCE will be V input voltage minus output voltage. Input voltage is 10 volt and output voltage is 6. So, voltage across the collector and emitter terminals is 4 volt, right. Now, we have to find the collector current. First of all, find the load resistance. The load resistance here is nothing but output voltage upon RL. Output voltage is 6 volt, RL is 10 ohm. So, output current is 0.6 ampere, right. So, this is nothing but load current. Output current means load current, that is load current. Now, here what is current in this branch? That is current through 1 kilo ohm resistance. So, current in 1 kilo ohm resistance is, suppose I, this is I, current in 1 kilo ohm resistance is nothing but VBE upon resistance of 1 kilo ohm. So, that is 0.6 by 1 kilo ohm, which is very small, that is 0.6 milliampere, which is very small in comparison to the load current. So, the emitter current of BJT is equal to, that is current I plus load current. Current I is 0.6 milliampere and your load current is 0.6 ampere. So, this is approximately equal to 0.6 ampere only. And remember, the collector current of BJT is IC minus base, that is IE minus base current of BJT. Here base current of BJT is again very small in comparison to IE, which is approximately equal to IE, and that is equal to 0.6 ampere. Fine. So, now how to proceed? We have obtained collector current. So, we have obtained voltage VC. So, the power dissipated will be equal to voltage VCE multiplied by current IC. Voltage VCE is 4 volt, current IC is 0.6 ampere. So, that gives you 2.4 watt. So, answer B is there. So, that is how we find the power dissipated. Now, let us see the next example. Here again we are given for the circuit shown in the figure, the transistor has beta of 40, VB 0.7 volt and voltage across Zener diode is 15 volt. The current in Zener diode is, you have to find current in the Zener diode, right. So, we have to find current through the Zener diode. First of all, voltage between base and emitter is VBE, voltage across Zener diode is Vz, voltage at output terminal is V out, right. So, voltage of output voltage V out is how much? That is Vz minus VBE. Vz is how much? 15 volt and VB is how much? 0.7 volt. So, that is 14.3 volt is output voltage. Then what is current through the load? Current through the load is IL, which is same as emitter current of BJT. So, this is same as emitter current of BJT. So, current through the load is nothing but emitter current of BJT which is V out, output voltage, by load resistance. Load resistance is how much? 100 ohm. So V out by 100. So 14.3 by 100. So that gives you how much? 14.3, or we can say 143 milliamperes, right? Now base current of BJT is given by, what is the relationship between base current and ammeter current? Your ammeter current divided by a factor of 1 plus beta gives you the base current. So ammeter current is 143 milliampere, beta is given to you, that is 40. So that many milliamperes is your base current, right? 143 divided by your 143 divided by 41, that is your base current, right? Now let us proceed further. Here base current is this. So now find current in 330 ohm resistance. Say this current is nothing but I. So current I is equal to, that is input voltage upon resistance R. Suppose this is resistance R. So this is input voltage, right? So this is equal to 30 volt divided by, please see, what will be current I? Input voltage minus Vz. So input voltage minus Vz has to be there. So 30 minus 15 divided by 30, this is 30 minus 15 divided by 330 ohm. This is equal to 15 by 330 ohm, or that is equal to 1 by 22 amperes, right? So total current in Zener diode IZ will be equal to current I. Now base current will be definitely going in this direction, that is IB. Current IZ will be going in downward direction. So this current IZ is outgoing, IB is outgoing, I is incoming. So I minus I base current will be equal to the current through Zener diode, and that is how much? That will be your this will be equal to how much? 1 by 22 minus base current. Base current is nothing but 0.143 by 41. Please see, I have converted this current into ampere. This was in milliampere, so that's why I have taken 0.43, and you can get the value of this current. That comes out to be approximately equal to 41.12 milliamperes. You can verify that. And these are, that finishes the questions which appear in GATE from series voltage regulator. Now we will start with the next topic, that is series voltage regulator based on op-amp. Thank you very much for watching the video.
To watch more videos like this, subscribe. Click on the bell to turn on notifications. Click on the like button. Share.